Hello, my name's David Buckland and welcome to this week's Video Insight. I'm being accompanied today by Gary Rollo, who's the Portfolio Manager of the Montgomery Small Companies Fund. For context, the Montgomery Small Companies Fund kicked off on the 20th of September 2019, and in the 26 months to the end of November 2021, it's put on 63.7% after all expenses, outperformance of 36.8%, or an annualised 13.7%. Today, Gary, I thought we'd talk about Megaport, ASX code MP1. Megaport has consistently been one of the largest holdings in the Montgomery Small Companies Fund, has done remarkably well from a share price perspective, and has a market capitalisation of about 3.4 billion Australian dollars. Gary, over to you.
Thanks, Buck. Okay, Megaport. Well, let me introduce it. Its theme is cloud technology. It deals with providing access to large corporate enterprises, to the burgeoning availability of all these new cloud services that are becoming available from those big household names like Amazon and Microsoft. So its mega trend is the cloud. Today that's a pretty reasonable market size, but we expect that market size to grow as many more corporates make that transition to using these cloud services. The thing that we really like about Megaport, and have done for some time, is that we can see it's quite competitively advantaged. So its proposition is quite unique. What it does is it's able to provide a single pane of glass that allows these corporate enterprises to access all of these cloud services in one location, irrespective of where those cloud services originate from. Because today, in our basement, there's a server that does all of the computing work. In the future, that server is not going to exist. It's going to exist in a data center somewhere, and we've got to get that connectivity from where we are today to there, and Megaport takes care of that seamlessly. In the future, you won't even know where your workloads are being processed. Megaport will, help you move those workloads around. So that's the thing that's really exciting. It's a first mover in that market. It's in over 700 data centers globally, and as I say, that competitive advantage of being able to allow you to move workloads around anywhere you like is the key feature, and to do it friction-free. Its business model is very attractive in our perspective. It's highly profit dense, deeply scalable, and capital light. We've got some big catalysts coming up as well. That's why it's one of the biggest stocks in our portfolio right now. The selling model and technology that really works. Yeah, when you start off, this company was a startup a few years ago. It needed to hire salesmen directly to go out and knock on every door. But as the product becomes more mature, its capability to be sold by others or resold by a reseller channel becomes very powerful, and that's the prevalent technology sales model out there in the world, and that part of the business is really kicking off. So we think that the ability to repeatably sell is probably rising 3 or 4-fold now versus the past, and that's the exciting thing for us. So in summary, Megaport, it's got the potential to be a world beater, and it's going to have great unit economics as we enjoy that journey of growth, we think accelerating over the next couple of years, driven along by the cloud. So that's why it's one of the biggest stocks in the portfolio.
Thank you, Gary. Ladies and gentlemen, Megaport, MP1, ASX code, and as Gary says, one of the biggest holdings in the Montgomery Small Companies Fund, and pretty much has been since the inception of the fund 26 months ago. That's all we have time for now. Thanks very much for your attention, and please continue to follow us on Facebook and Twitter.